Fuck it. Welcome to another episode of
NERDOUT.
I'm Randy. This is Brian, and we snuck in before the new year a review of the masterpiece Sunstreaker. Is it MP 39? I think it is.
So.
And you got this a couple days before me. You
did.
You went crazy. You got the super shipping.
I didn't even know I did.
Oh,
yeah? Yeah, they literally
What
had
happened?
this shit to me in 2 days.
Yeah, I was
shocked.
crazy.
Yeah, DHL, man, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad, and they're polite.
Yeah?
What else
Oh,
can you do?
okay.
Yeah, they're polite,
Alright.
you know.
I did the whole, like, am I going to get this Wednesday or Thursday thing? And I was, doing the waiting by the door
That teeter
shit.
is tough, man.
It is
and,
tough.
And USPS tracking means
Sucks.
nothing.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like 3 o'clock, and they'll update it saying your shit's been in Detroit since 6 a.m.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason, and just whatever.
No. I mean, and, you got to give them the holiday time is intense. So, fuck it, it's here. And, man,
Get it?
get it. Yeah, I mean...
Quick review. Get it. Yeah.
That's it. You're
Yeah,
done.
Done.
I mean,
here, yeah.
we haven't had a lot of masterpiece through this year. I don't think. I think it's been pretty slow. Like, we got some movie ones, but like I kind of don't really count those. And then the Beast War ones, again, you can separate those. This is the G1 one. We got
got two in
Megatron.
that.
We got
Yeah,
Megatron,
that's
which
it.
was great. But then we got two. Yeah, I mean. And we've all heard, if you've watched us before, you know my bitching about the Toon look. I'm not into it. I totally killed me with Inferno. Megatron was definitely a step in the right direction. And here we have Sunstreaker. And I love this thing. I love it. First off, the car is magnificent. I love the fact that my favorite thing about this whole thing is that Takara, they added the bells and whistles. Like, they raised the price of this toy.
Yeah, they upped it, and I wonder why they did. Like, because, I mean, they actually they didn't just arbitrarily raise the price.
Yeah.
They put some shit in
They
it.
put some shit in.
Useless shit, but still, I mean, maybe it was just easy to do so they could justify it. But they did cheat. Don't say it's cool that the hood opens, because that's for transformation.
Okay, fine.
Or the doors,
Okay.
that's for transformation
So
too.
the hood and doors open for transformation, but these lights
Yeah.
certainly don't pop up for transformation. And I'll tell you
That's
something.
$20.
You know what?
Between
I'll
the
bet-
lights and the standard
In the
moon
flip-
talk mode, like, yeah, man.
And I'll pay it. Like, this cost more than other masterpieces, and I think now you can start finding them in Japan for a little bit cheaper. But yeah, they raised the price. But here's the thing. I want one masterpiece of this character. I don't want to keep buying third-party versions. I don't want to keep buying new retooled versions. I want one. So if that one is going to cost me a couple extra bucks so I can have little details like lights, headlights that go up, I'm in it, right? I mean,
I guess. I mean,
I love
honestly, if it were 100 without the lights, I'd be in it anyway. I mean,
I would too.
I wouldn't really say no thanks.
No,
and
no.
pass.
You're right, but when you have it in your hands and you're playing with it and you're doing that stuff, you're like, that's where my money went.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this thing's being groomed to be painted a bunch of different fucking ways.
Totally.
Like, I
Red
think
Diaclone.
they're gonna beat those shit out of us with this mold, and that's okay. Because to be
'Cause
honest,
it's a good mold.
it's a good mold. They get like the standard like Lamborghini mode is just like, I love it.
This one.
Yeah.
This is a knockoff version. If you didn't know, it's not real. I liked it at the time, but like now that you have this, it's sort of like it. I don't want to say it puts it to shame because I still think this is a good mold.
Yeah.
But this is a different level, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's just like it just sucks that it's yellow, man. I mean,
Why?
I love it. Just
What?
yellow paint sucks in general.
Yeah, but have you had issues with this yellow paint?
I think
Red?
it looks goofy in parts. Like it looks
Really?
too thick hair, too thin there. Like
Really?
like there. I think that the consistency looks different. No, I'm
But that's
nitpicking
nitpicking. That's nitpicking.
But I mean, don't you think that the doors look like from that angle?
Maybe
yellow looks off.
Maybe a little bit, but as you said, yellow paint can be difficult.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to give a couple passes.
I'm excited to get the cop version or
See,
the red version.
The red version. I actually
Yeah.
had the red Diaclone version, and ultimately, when it comes to a Lamborghini Countach, red is the way to go for me. But I love the fact that they have this part flip over, and you can make it an official Lamborghini Countach. Now, do you think that was for licensing reasons?
I don't know, because the whole thing is like maybe, but that's the rumor, but that doesn't even make sense.
What would
because
you think they would do it for then? Just to do it?
I think to groom it for repaints or something, I think they have plans for it. It's just the whole thing is because you would think that, like, if it were a complete, accurate Lamborghini, they could get away with the licensing. You know, like, maybe they don't have to pay it, like, because, it's not they never made a Lamborghini like that, you know? It seems like it would cost them more.
They would have to pay. I mean, I think, but they have a working relationship with Lamborghini, from what I understand. What I also wanted to note is,
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think that it is to make it official. I do have a couple nitpicks. Well, first of all, I'll get to that
You know
later.
that locks in, right?
What does?
Like these things, you sent it to me.
Yeah. Did I just not have them locked in?
Yeah.
One thing I will note, if I'm going to give minor strikes, is for a masterpiece, again, it's like a broken record. Rubber tires and a little die-cast metal. Goes a long way. I don't know, man. There's something about that does make me feel like I'm getting everything.
You know what, though? It wouldn't work on this.
Why not?
Because you have to negotiate the parts into place, and metal doesn't negotiate. Metal doesn't bend and stuff. Like, you would be so beat up.
Yeah, you might be right, but isn't there...
Because, like the Bondi stuff that's metal, it feels great, but once you transform it a couple times, it's jangly, it's chipped. I mean, it's like, I think these are meant to be played with, you know?
I agree with you.
Like, for a collectible piece, like, say, Sola Chigokin, they know nobody... like hardcore.
I think you're wrong. I think they're just not.
People fuck with them.
I think they're just adults playing with them, and adults are a little bit more careful. You sort of fall in between that level of careful.
I don't think anybody plays with them. I mean, they muck with them. No, they pull them apart, but it was like, dun, dun, dun. Nobody's having Soul Chigokin where everyone's like, oh, it's a masterpiece.
Well, they're not marketed to 8-year-old boys.
Well, neither are these. 15
right,
and
exactly my point. How about rubber tires, though? Can we give me rubber tires?
Yeah, I'll take them.
All right. I think the transformation, engineering-wise, I don't know anything about engineering, but it's kind of mind-blowing. Like, they deserve an award with the engineering because they're forced to transform this thing into a way that really wasn't intended. It blew my mind. I
love it. Don't get me wrong, but I love the bad cube. I mean,
we'll get to that in a
close.
few. Really?
Yeah, they're really close.
The way
this is better.
The way the arms fold in, pretty
pretty
amazing. The backpack is chunky, but I don't have any issues with that. I know that there's people out there that are gonna have an issue with this, but again, I think it adds personally. I think it adds a little bit of that mechanical look.
Yeah, and I mean, plus they didn't have a choice, man. I mean, it has to have it. You know, there's no way around it.
Other than that, just collect statues or something because this is a transformer. It's meant to be played with.
And what does the animation? I've never even seen the animation model.
Man, I don't actually. I'll have it and put it up here because I want that to talk to you about one other aspect of this.
Do it up.
All right, I'll just get to that. All right, so here's the deal. The Toon aesthetic, not my bag. It's purely a preference. But I like to see little panels and lines like that. I think the head is actually a pass. A big thing is that they painted the face. It's not quite as rich of a silver as like Sideswipe, but it's silver enough for a pass. I wish they would have put some vents in here. It would have satisfied me. It would have given it more of a mature look. But the biggest thing is the OG toy, the G1 toy, in these, what would you call those, shins?
Shins, yeah.
There's some molding in it. They're like these three-dimensional piping and stuff.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
If they would have added that to this, I think this would actually be my favorite all-time masterpiece. And I know that's a nitpick, but they could have done it, and they chose not to because they are appeasing to one spectrum as opposed to the other, but it would have added a level of maturity that I require from my robots.
You think they're just totally going for the cartoon aesthetic? No hybrid in there?
No, I think there's a hybrid in here, and that's why...
I'd say they're balancing it pretty well.
Exactly. This is as opposed to Inferno, which I thought was terribly balanced.
Yeah, because if this were Inferno, if it was done the same way, you wouldn't have the details on the black. It would all be smooth and stuff. I think they did pretty good on this.
I agree.
To make both people happy.
I agree. My point is that if they would have just put it right there, it would have made me completely have nothing to complain about. But again, that's my aesthetic choice. If you're into the Toon look, you're gonna be through the roof with this thing. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. It's complex. The articulation.
I'm gonna go ahead and say if you're just into Transformers, you're gonna love it.
I agree with you.
Like there's really not a lot of room to not like it.
No,
I mean, I guess. Yeah, you could nitpick the shit out of it, but it's
could
good.
you really? I mean,
I couldn't. I mean,
I really
yes.
couldn't
I mean, like I said, my only nitpick is I think that like yellow just looks. I don't know.
I like the yellow. Maybe it's too much yellow,
Like I
but
said,
that's
it's
the
a
character.
nitpick. I mean, that's it. That's all I've got. Other than that, I mean, this thing scores huge. And then the ratchets, I'm not a fan of, and I know I'm gonna get crucified for that.
Wait, where ratchets? Like, explain where. Like, I
don't
noticed
want those. Yeah,
the
hips.
the hip joints.
Because there's not enough of them, and it's like it limits you to like what poses you can put them in, and I don't like it on a figure this size. Just make the joint tight.
It's kind of like Trax. Trax had a little bit of a he's got a little bit of a wobbly.
A little bit.
It's
but
a little
this
bit
is this isn't even
not
Trax
even in the
is
same.
worst.
Yeah,
I think
hated
Trax is the worst MP.
I think he might be, but I like his aesthetic, so I give him a pass.
I was comparing them last night. If you hold Trax up like this, you can see through them. Like
crazy.
You can watch your hand through them. I mean, I'm so glad that they're back to doing like this type
a
of
substantial
stuff.
piece. Yeah, I
because
get it.
And I mean, Trax was even like in the middle. It wasn't like they started off doing it. Like it was just like some diversion in the middle of the line where we had some. It was scary.
I think that's where they switched designers.
Did they go back though? To the same guy?
Either that or the guy just learned how to do it or whatever. I love this black for some reason.
Because it's dull. I like it too.
It's so nice.
Yep.
It adds a lot of contrast to him. Transformation isn't necessarily simple, but I think it's pretty intuitive, right? I mean,
I thought the first time was a bear. The first time
did you use a video review or did you do it?
Hell yeah, I watched.
I didn't. Review. I did it through the instructions,
so,
and that tells you something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But you know, I mean, the whole thing was. But see, I watch it and then I just do it on my own. But see, I don't know why I'm lazy. But the whole thing was I was scared like just like it was tight the first time.
Yeah.
There's like the inner leg joints were really tight. And it's like hitting the doors, the door windows to fold back.
Yeah, especially with the
side views. Like you really have to the first couple times you really got to do it.
But you can beat it up though, don't you agree that it's pretty
it
durable?
Survived me. Yeah,
it's true. You didn't break anything.
Yeah.
I think my difficulty with it is kind of folding the backpack up. I don't know why. It's just like I just plain haven't gotten the order of it correctly.
Yeah.
And
then but see, I get it because the whole thing is you have to remember what the hybrid mode to put it into robot. Like you can't go from this to robot mode. You have to go from like.
Oh, you have to go from Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have to go from Lamborghini, but with the weird.
What's up with those? Are those
to mimic the toy?
Okay, it's to mimic the cartoon.
Yeah.
Or okay,
no,
or the toy.
The G1 toy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the shoulder joints, I think, or something like.
It's just little details like this that have made me have a difficult time putting this thing down.
Yeah, they went all out on it.
I love it, man.
Like, I dig it. I really think I'm gonna get all the modes.
I really hate you for making us wait till this came out for our top 10 list because I don't know where I'm gonna put this, and we'll get to that. But
it's gonna go on there though. I'll bet
it's definitely going on my top 10. I'm gonna reveal that. I love this toy. And
do you like it more than Megatron?
That's a tough question.
See, I'm in a fucked up situation.
I am too.
Because these are my two favorite Transformer characters.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But
I know Megatron was.
I feel like a poser.
Why?
Because it's like I always was intrigued by this as a kid.
Yeah.
Like just by the moment, what the hell? That's not.
What is that? Right.
So, but I really loved him. I always wanted him so bad and never had him. So I guess I can't say he's my.
No, you can say he's your favorite. So he was your favorite Autobot car.
Yeah, without a doubt. He really meant something to me as a kid, and so did Megatron. I was a
Sideswipe guy all the way. I still am a Sideswipe guy. I put these two together, and this sort of dates Sideswipe.
You think so?
I do think so.
I mean, in bot mode for sure.
The
car modes are pretty equal.
Car modes are pretty equal. I mean, yeah, I'm not a Lamborghini expert other than the fact that
I have two.
The Lamborghini. That's right.
Parked it out back. You know, that's how I got here.
I think the Lamborghini, and I don't know if there's any room for argument out there, but I think the Lamborghini is the coolest looking car ever made in the history of automobiles. But I'm also a child of the 80s. Like 1984 was the year.
Do you know how old the Lamborghini Countach is?
It goes to 78, I think.
Older than that.
Older than that?
I think it's like 74.
But it changed a little bit, right?
Well, this is like, yeah, because this is like probably...
That's
probably...
My thought is this is 84.
The only thing that changed on them were the flares there and like this shit.
Yes.
And the spoiler.
Right, the spoiler got a little crazy. It's tough because it's not tough. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with the Diaclone version and then the police version, and I'm in for them. I'm in. I don't care. It's a retool. I really hope there's some way in that red one that they can retool this part right here to give it a little bit of that G1 like maturity
and change the head. Give it like a blocky, like you can't see the mouth.
Give them the lines too.
Yep.
Speaking of lines, can we bring out the bad cube? The third party? Third party bad cube was the go-to Sunstreaker, and I have not seen this since, can I check?
It's not fair now.
It's not.
It's not fair now. But if you compare this to tracks, it's fair. I mean,
wow.
That's still a good toy.
This is a good toy, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Takara's king, right?
I think so, because the whole thing is like what I don't get about or what I sort of like is third party. None of them. They don't even try to touch Takara plastic. You know?
Yeah, but this is the plastic and paint job of this is absolutely
that's what I'm saying. And it's like, I loved this. I still love it.
I get it.
I mean, this kills it in every measurable way.
Every way.
Except the car mode. This has a tighter car mode.
And I'll be honest. See here. You see, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
I like that little detail. And the head. I like those little details. And I'm going to tell you, if they did that in this figure, I think that this could be my toy of the year.
Customize that shit.
Yeah, but I'm not. Count. You know I'm not. I'm a purist. But if they can do that with the red Diaclone one, I would be totally ecstatic about that.
Do you think they will?
I think that there's an opportunity to do it, and I don't think it would be something completely out of the question, but no, I don't think they will. But they did, well, see, Artfire, they use stickers, which would be unacceptable. But they look like they're separate pieces where that if they chose to do it, it would not be out of the question, especially if they're going to, expect people to pay another $120 or whatever. I think these are also
$120.
That's their big bad toy store price is $120.
So do they charge more for the repaints? Man, I should look at my
No, not necessarily. I'm trying to remember if Artfire was like a Takara Tomy mall exclusive.
Yeah. And
it might have been a little bit more, but whatever, whatever. I love the use of chrome. Fantastic. I love chrome on a robot. I do also, since I'm nitpicking, he comes with a lot of accessories. I think the gun color isn't my bag, but I'm not.
You prefer chrome?
I prefer chrome or like
black.
A gunmetal gray.
Yeah, I just wish they could stick to black. Like guns, just black guns look like guns.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Like,
if you're gonna go with a solid color, black or a gunmetal gray would be ultimate. He comes with chip too. Are you into chip?
Isn't everybody?
No.
Yeah, I don't even.
I guess
I remember the episode, but like I don't.
I sort of do, and that brings me to this. This is an added, dude. This goofy ass alien head.
You know you love it. That's your favorite part. That is why you bought the fucking toy. Don't lie. I know how big of a face sculpt guy you are.
Do you remember it?
Nope.
I don't remember it either. But I assume that he did some sort of like laugh. I don't know. It just sounds like that's what that face looks like.
Wasn't he in a play or something?
Dude, I'll be honest.
I think he was in a play.
We're losing points for this.
He was in Hollywood. No, he was in.
He was in
a movie or something like that. He was like in a movie and he had to. I don't remember the whole.
Regardless,
it wasn't. They're not the best episode,
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. But I still love them.
They're kids' cartoons. You can enjoy it, but just
Well, now they're adult cartoons. Like,
I guess
kids would be bored shitless watching that.
It comes with a couple face plates, and this is also a thing where like I think they got the silver fine, but I wish they would have just taken it a step further and made at least one really silver one for me. He does the goofy smile. I'm not displaying my robots with smiles, but
why are you just a frowny kind of guy?
Because I want my robots to look like they're ready for battle, not like they're going to take a photo, a group photo. I'm not into the smile. I do think that the open mouth face, when displayed in like action modes, it is expressive. So fine, you can give me that. That's cool. I mean, look, it's all great things that could have been skipped, but I appreciate that they're there.
Hey, well, you know, you gotta get your $100 in there.
That's
somehow,
right.
Your extra $20 in there.
I think his gun store's on his back too. I haven't. Oh yeah,
Yes, it
clips
does.
right in. Like that's pretty badass, right?
Yeah,
I like that
I have
stuff.
to give it a rat's
Yeah.
ass, but I just like transform them.
Kind of like this bad cube.
Dude, I'm telling you, that toy for its day. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2
How
years.
old is it?
2 years, I think. I mean, that was probably. I think that was on my top 10.
How's the transformation of this beast? Be
Really
honest.
close, honestly. Give it a shot, man.
I'm not gonna give it a
You
shot.
want to
Right.
transform it now?
No, I might transform it off camera
Yeah.
though, if you don't care.
I don't.
It looks good. It looks unfinished. You know what I mean? It looks like a third party, a really good third party. It looks pretty cool, actually. They could have. It doesn't matter. All right.
That's from the ass end. I mean, from behind.
Yeah.
They're like.
Which is how you look at your robots from behind.
I'm checking it out right now.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Mm.
I think this.
Backpack too. You know, they all got a backpack. Can't
Yeah,
help the backpack.
I don't mind the backpack, man. I'm
And
not. I'm
that
not losing
backpack
sleep.
is way better than this backpack.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
it's nice and like squared off.
Yeah, I mean, retire your Sun Surge, guys. Like, they're not a question.
Right.
Like, I love this toy, but you can't justify having this as your Sunstreaker with that. Like, this guy did a good job for a couple of
Right.
years, but
His job is done. It's time to move on.
this
to
guy's
the real
retired to
deal.
beater status.
Right, right.
But actually, like, he was already a beater.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
played the fuck out of this guy. So, yeah.
This has reinstilled some faith into Masterpiece for me. I still like the maturity of the non-tune look, and I prefer that. And I'm still not completely over it, but this toy is so fun, so complex, interesting. The engineering is to me, again, I'm not an engineer, but it really blew my mind.
They learned a lot from Megatron.
Yeah, I
and
think
that's
you're
the
right.
thing. You play with this, it's like, ooh, I remember that, and it was in Megatron, you know. And
It's like magic, man. I can't believe, like, I mean, could you imagine if you could go back in time to 10-year-old Brian and hand him this toy? First of all, you wouldn't
I would
know
have
what
a
to do.
shit
Right,
attack.
but
I think.
I mean, it would be like the future. You know, it would be insane. Like, it's just everything. It just really works, and it works without causing high blood pressure. I think for the most part, like there's a couple parts in there, but for the most part,
Because it makes sense. It's intuitive.
Yeah, it's
you know. I mean, it's like if you can sit and mess with it and you'll figure it out, man. It like all pretty much like makes sense. You know, it clicks in hard into Karma.
yeah.
That sounded goofy, but it really stays together well in both modes. I mean, that's huge. You know, it's like the joints are pretty good. It's solid in both modes, and yeah, sweet.
I give it. Look, it's gonna be on my top 10. I don't know where. I love it. I really do. I highly recommend it. It's worth every penny. I would rather pay the extra money that went in to add these things than to have saved a couple bucks. I'm in it to win it though. Like I only want to do this once. I don't need another Sunstreaker.
Or 3 times, because
Three.
you want the red one.
True, but that's different,
What's
right?
a cop one?
If they do the Diaclone and they do what I ask, then this thing would be king. I love it.
They're gonna do the Diaclone, and they might not do what you ask, but they are gonna do it.
Right. Well, you know,
Will you still get it?
Yes,
even
absolutely.
with the same
I
pattern and everything.
really love this toy. Plus, I had the red Diaclone one, not as a kid, as like a teenager. A friend of mine found one at a garage sale, and he's like, "Hey, you're into Transformers," and gave it to me. And I was like, "Holy shit!" Like you just gave me a, you know, even at 15 or 16, I think I was probably 17 or 18. I knew what it was, and it was pretty amazing. And
Shit.
yeah, shit. I love it. I recommend it. It's a great way to end the new year. We're gonna get
End
this.
the old year, start.
Yeah, what?
End the new year?
End the new year. What'd I say? Start the new year?
He said end the new year. We're starting the new year, not ending the new year.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're ending the old year, starting the new year.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. But get it if you don't have it. Please subscribe. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Give us your thoughts and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And we'll have some year-end wrap-up for you guys soon. And until next time,
Nerd out! Happy New Year.